everyone, welcome to Friday, which is food day. Today I just want to talk about some, I would say, I don't know, the 5 top foods that I love, I absolutely love. Oh, what the hell is that? But that I am trying to live without, and that I can see I feel so much better, so much I have so much more energy. I just feel better in myself. I feel more connected to nature. I feel like I'm actually congruent with myself because I have a dog. I love animals, and eating, consuming meat, dairies really is giving me a problem of conscience. And so avoiding foods that are harming animals for me is a top priority. Yeah, let's get into it. One of the top foods that I have learned to live without, but sometimes I still crack. I told you already, I'm still not there. I'm not completely there yet, but my consumption has drastically dropped. The top one, the first one, is cheese. You don't understand. I love cheese. I think, when people tell you, oh yeah, but it's difficult to give up on food and stuff, not everyone has the same relationship with food that I do. In my family in general, there's a very strange relationship with food, which is like the center of everything. That's what you think about when you wake up in the morning. That's what you think about just after eating. Like, that's the main subject of conversation. That with health, it's all we think about. But in my case, even, everyone is different anyway. In my case, food is really like my first love. I love food. I love to eat. It brings me so much pleasure. I don't eat because I'm bored. I eat because if I'm not doing anything, it's so much better if I eat. If I'm doing something, it's so much better if I eat. It's just better when I have something in my mouth. And as you know, if I don't have food in my mouth, then I like to have something else. But anyway, let's leave that for Wednesday. So I love cheese. I love any type of cheese. I love melted cheese. I love soft cheese, hard cheese, cheese that has a very strong taste. I like cheese that is a bit mild, cheese that you can put on a piece of bread. I love bread as well. That will come afterwards. But cheese, and also my parents, as I was growing up, they were quite healthy. So we were eating cheese every now and then, but not too often. We were eating meat maybe once a week maximum. Loads of vegetables, still loads of sugar in the shape of gluten and bread and stuff like that. But I'm just saying quite healthy in comparison to some other people who would eat meat like twice a day or something and have Cheerios for breakfast and Oreos for tea. That's not really what was going on in my house. But because I love cheese so much, and because my parents didn't really let us try that many cheeses, we had like Gruyère because we live near Switzerland, so it was like you always have Gruyère in your fridge, but we didn't try that many more cheeses. And I'm French, and it's like, why am I missing out on so many cheeses? So when I grew up and I realized, oh my god, there's so many cheeses I haven't tried. Like Camembert I had tried, but that's not something that my parents had in the fridge because in their opinion it smells too bad, which is fair enough. But there's so many. I mean, Époisse is one of my favorites. There's like this Camembert that has truffles inside. Like, how amazing is that? Oh my god, there's tête de moine. I don't know if you like cheese, you probably know what I'm talking about right now. But if you don't and you're not vegan yet or you don't intend to be vegan, try tête de moine. It's a semi-hard cheese that's lovely. I love any kind of cheese as well, whether it's cow's milk, ewe's milk, goat's milk, whatever. Cheese is just awesome. I can't even describe my love for cheese. I think it's completely unconditional, if I can put it like this. Cheese is just delicious. It just makes everything better. On a pizza, you add cheese, it's lovely. On a sauce, like you've got pasta with sauce and you add cheese, how freaking amazing is that? If you have just bread, just a simple bread by itself, looking at you like, yeah, you're gonna eat me, but it's gonna be a bit boring. Although I love bread, so bread is never boring for me. But you add a bit of cheese, and there you go. You've got like a mouthgasm. You've got happiness in your mouth. I mean, I was originally gonna do this video about the top 5 or 3 foods that I'm trying to avoid, but that I love. But actually, I think I love cheese so much that it deserves a video in itself. So cheese, I'm really trying to avoid. I've told you why I love it. There's so many different textures, tastes. You can put it everywhere. It melts like, oh, how great is that? Something that melts, like when you taste melted cheese, like raclette, for example. Have you ever tried raclette? Raclette is delicious. You put that on potatoes, but then you can put that on a piece of meat if you still eat meat. I know all the vegans that are following me right now are probably like, oh, what? She's talking about meat and cheese and how it's good. Yeah, it tastes good. Like, we're not gonna hide behind it. It tastes delicious. Yes, it's not nice for the animals, and yes, it's not good for your health. Like, on so many levels, it's wrong. But I'm just trying to tell you why it's so hard to quit. Like, I'm saying that, but I'm sure anyone that went from non-vegan to vegan, or even from non-vegetarian to vegetarian, and that loves food the way I do, is gonna be difficult. I'm just trying to explain. Now I no longer eat that much cheese. I eat cheese, I don't know, maybe like once a month. I've really, really reduced the amount that I consume, and I can actually see it in my health. I have less spots, my skin is so much healthier, I have more energy, I don't get sick. Cheese, like dairies, it's one of the first reasons why you get flu symptoms and stuff like that, where you get mucus in your nose and all that shit, because it clogs up your colon and your intestine. It just makes you see when you melt cheese, you see it becomes all liquid and shit. And then when it dries, it becomes a hard paste. That's what's happening inside. So can you imagine how difficult is that to process for the body? So hard. So obviously it's gonna create problems because it's very hard to eliminate. But it's so delicious. Because it's creating so many problems, and because to produce milk, to produce cheese, so many resources are put in place. The animals are not treated well. Instead of giving the milk to the baby animal, it's used for cheese, for example. And because I don't know, maybe it's too expensive or whatever, to also give it to the animals, and sometimes they have too much milk or whatever, they just kill the baby animals. How crazy is that? It's disgusting. It makes me feel sick. So that's the reason why I stopped. When you understand that, when it clicks in your mind, then you think, yeah, I can't keep eating all of that. But I just wanted to share with you like my love for it, and despite it, the fact that I still think it's really good to quit on that even for my mental health. since I've stopped eating, like I've reduced eating all that, I've really noticed a change in my mood, in my state of mind. I have much more energy to do more stuff, like even to start this YouTube channel. You know, I have much more motivation. I feel like I want to write. I have so many ideas. I want to do things. I don't mind getting up in the morning. Before I was like, oh, I don't want to get up. I feel so depressed. Oh, I don't want to leave. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's directly related, but it's pretty much related, because if your inside is not working properly, then you know your body is like a family. If like a very tight family that functions together. If one thing doesn't work, the other things are going to start trying to fight for that part that is not working, and they're spending their energy on fighting when they should spend their energy on just making the body function. So if my colon is not functioning well, then my kidneys are not gonna function too well either, and then my skin needs to get rid of the waste, so I get spots and stuff like that. So my skin is not functioning too well. My brain is not gonna function well, because it's saying, well, what's going on? We see that this is not working so well. Should we send some helpers to help? And then your brain is tired because it's spending all this energy working on something it shouldn't be working on. You know what I mean? So that's the death of cheese. That's the death of cheese for me. Next week I will talk about the other obvious thing that I had to give up on, which is meat. And I'll tell you as well why I like it so much, in which context it's so delicious, but how also it's damaging for my health and damaging for the animals. That's kind of obvious. Like meat is even more obvious than cheese. I'll see you then. Tomorrow is self-esteem day. I hope we can go on to more examples, or find more ways to raise self-esteem and to be happier in life in general. So I hope that you'll join me for that. Please do comment below if you're vegan and you think it's outrageous that I still eat cheese, or if you're not vegan but you're thinking about it and you're wondering why the hell would someone stop eating something so delicious, or just, you know, if you want to chat, let me know. I'm always grateful and happy to connect with you. I'm also on Instagram, so you can connect there, and I'll leave a post as well in relation to this video, so you can see that in the description box. Remember to subscribe if you enjoy seeing my face on a regular basis. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you soon, guys. Bye. Take care of yourself.